For the last 5 months, we've heard nothing but COVID-19, aka coronavirus, aka the Rona, on every social media outlet and on every news outlet. I mean, it's do we wear a mask? Do we not wear a mask? Do we wear the N95? Do we wear the surgical mask? Is the cloth mask okay? Is the vaccine ready? Do we even take the vaccine? Are we going to be chipped? Is this the mark of the beast? I mean, which chapter of Revelation are we in today? I mean, so much chaos, so much confusion. All of this has absolutely been run down our throats 24/7 for the last 5 months. And it's been hard to digest, honestly. I mean, sadly, it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. I mean, based on the news report, this may be the rest of our lives. I mean, I heard someone say yesterday, we may be wearing masks for years to come. And based on conspiracy theorists, the world's going to end soon. I mean, the apocalypse is near. I mean, the rapture has been scheduled. I mean, it's just madness. I mean, seriously, what on earth is going on here? I mean, why are so many people going crazy? But what I'm seeing is it doesn't matter what belief system you choose to follow. People are all losing it. And it seems most are acting irrationally, and it's only producing more and more confusion and more chaos. What is the common denominator? It's fear. Fear. That terrible 4-letter word that we all deal with. I mean, don't we all struggle with it? I mean, I know I do. Fear it's defined as an unpleasant emotion that's caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. I mean, this fear of this virus, fear of the future, fear of this crashing economy, and whatever else may cause you to come unglued it's destroying you from the inside out. It's causing more and more problems. Newsflash, you and I have absolutely no control over any of this. I mean, the only thing that we control is our attitudes. We control the way we handle it. We control the way we allow it to affect us. My friends, it affects you more than you even know. I mean, did you know that living under constant fear has serious health consequences? Major ones. Fear weakens our immune system. It causes cardiovascular damage. It causes gastro problems. It decreases fertility. I mean, it can lead to accelerated aging and even premature death. I mean, is anyone out here trying to stroke out? I'm not. And none of this is helpful. None of this fear is going to change anything. If anything, it's taking over your life and the ability to maintain any kind of peace. Not only is it affecting you, it's affecting anyone that you come in contact with. So when fear seizes you, all your ability to think rationally, it just evaporates. I mean, life becomes overwhelming, and the promises of God they're thrown out the window. I'm reminded of Peter's disordered fear when Jesus was arrested. It's the same disordered fear I see gripping humanity right now. I mean, Jesus, whose power Peter had personally observed. He had personally experienced it. I mean, that power that raised the dead, the power that calmed the raging seas, the power that cast out demons, that Jesus was now in custody and he is on his way to die. Things had taken this perilous turn. All those strange things that Jesus had been saying about suffering and dying at the hands of the rulers, the things that Peter had told Jesus would never happen, looked like they were happening. And the root of the issue, it was how things looked. Things looked bad. The things Jesus said would happen were indeed happening, but Peter's mind was still set on the things of man, not God. He was only seeing the human side of things, so it looked like everything was happening wrongly. And this sucked the faith right out of him and filled him with fear. My friends, this is us. We have set our minds on things of man and not the things of God. I mean, we tremble at what we see instead of trusting in God. So when this fear begins to creep in and all the what if situations begin to consume your mind, here are some of the things that you need to remember. We must stand on God's truth. I mean, it was Paul who said in Philippians 4:8 to dwell on what is true, what is honorable, what is just, pure, lovely, commendable, excellent, and praiseworthy. We must know God is with us. My friends, He is with us. He is our refuge. He is our strength. He is the very present help in the midst of trouble. God promises to provide us with all sufficient grace for every single trial that comes our way. His grace is sufficient in our weakness. Why? Because in our weakness, His power is made perfect. Because we rely on Him and Him alone. I mean, we must remember that God is in control over every situation in our lives. He is sovereign. He is not surprised by the coronavirus. He's not surprised by all of this chaos. He's in control of all of this. And we must also remember to cry out. We must be praying, like all the time. And I'm not just talking about saying your grace for your food or saying your sweet dreams prayers. I'm talking about we must be on our knees pleading for Him to intervene. Lastly, we must remember what Romans 8:28 says. All things work out for the good of those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. Yes, even in the middle of this darkness, God is working all things out. So we may not see the good in our situation, but we can trust that God is there. And that hidden smile is behind that dark cloud. Friends, He is with us in the middle of this storm, in the middle of the pandemic. He's with us. We have no reason to fear anything. I mean, Jesus promised that He would never leave us. He promised that He would never forsake us. Do you believe that? I mean, ask yourself this. Do you believe it? If so, why are you so scared? What are you scared of? Death? I mean, Paul said it best, to live is Christ, to die is gain. We cannot fear the inevitable. Allow the Lord to free you of this fear, my friends. We have to walk in freedom. I mean, we are following the Most High God. I mean, we are His ambassadors, man. We are called to be fearless. So my question is, will you join me today? Will you let go of this fear?